Happy Vlogmas, my beautiful pin friends. I hope you all are having a fantastic and stress-free end of year. Today, I am doing a little pin tag collaboration with a bunch of other Disney pin creators. I will leave them linked in the description below. Make sure you check out their profiles and their videos and have a fun time interacting with new people in the pin community. Anyways, today, I am doing the 12 Days of Christmas tag. It is a pin tag. I'm going to just show off a bunch of pins in my collection and talk about pins because that's like my favorite thing to do. So, I'm doing mine a little different because I'm Clarabelle pins. I'm going to show you for every prompt a couple pins that are part of my Clarabelle collection and a couple that aren't, just because I feel like you all want to hear me talk about Clarabelle cow pins as much as I want to talk about them. So let's get started with the very first question, which is ugly sweater weather. Share a pin that has a fun outfit. So I have it hidden a little bit. For my first pin, that is not a Clarabelle cow collection pin. This is just a general pin. I chose my Charlotte D23 paint jar pin. I think Charlotte looks beautiful. She has a lot of fun outfits in the movie, and I really like just how big and puffy her dress is here and how the paint jar is smaller than her dress. Like Charlotte, she's going to give you a fun outfit, and I think this is a fun outfit. Now, for the Clarabelle side, I chose the WDI Summertime Fun pin. I really like this WDI collection. There was like Spike the Bee and Minnie, and they all had these like fun orangey colors. It was like a fun summertime outfit, and I really like Clarabelle Cow. And this is like a fun, unique outfit that you don't see a lot of characters in. So that was my first question. The next prompt is Cookies for Santa, a treat or a drink. So I decided to showcase a new to me Loungefly series that fits both a treat and a drink. They're these princess cupcake, not cupcakes, like slice of cake and coffee. I think these are really cute. I got them from Box Lunch. They're 2 pins in a set, and you get a little slice of cake and a little coffee cup. So these are just a couple of the ones that I've unboxed. We have Tiana up top, we'll definitely be keeping. We have Cinderella, and we have Rapunzel down at the bottom. And I like this series. It's hard for me to like a more like stylized pin that doesn't feature the characters fully, but I kind of like these. They're very large pins, and they're very detailed, and I like them, and I chose them for this prompt. Now, for Clarabelle, this was a little more difficult, but I have a couple. I have 2 pins right here for the sweets, treats, drinks. So up top is a puzzle piece with Clarabelle holding cookies and milk for Santa. This was a part of an old Christmas puzzle set that was released in the parks. I collect Clarabelle, so I only got Clarabelle, but she has cookies and milk for Santa. That's the exact prompt. And then just to show the only other pin I think that features Clarabelle and food is a Clarabelle PTD. So here she is with like a little chocolate based ice cream, and then the very top is like whipped cream and Mickey shaped sprinkles. So those are those 2. The next question is stocking stuffers. What goodies are inside your stocking this season? This was fun for me to pull, and also just kind of think, what do I want to ask for the holidays, because that is coming up. For my non-Clarabelle pins, I have, as you all can kind of see like the theme, plants and garden and nature. I'm very big into gardening, and I have a lot of house plants, and I love, you know, flowers. I want to learn how to do floral arranging, and so I want some of that stuff in my stocking this year. I have this big carrot one right here because I need seeds, because I wasn't able to like have a garden this year because I like thought I was going to move, and then that fell through, and it was just something I really like, so I want to like start seeds, just different flowers. I need gardening equipment. If anyone wants to get me gardening gloves, mine are over with. Maybe a nice hat, and then I just have like little flowers, maybe like a little flower vase. I have a lot of like indoor houseplants, which you all can see if you watch me on my YouTube shorts. I kind of sometimes show my houseplants when I'm doing pins there, so yeah. I want a lot of gardening stuff because I couldn't do it this year because I thought I was going to move, and then when I didn't move, it was very upsetting to me. So I want to get back into this year, so I need some of those. And then for the Clarabelle one, this was a little hard, but you're going to have to stay with me on this one. So this is a Clarabelle mini Disney auctions where they're in a beauty salon. Minnie's getting her hair done. Clarabelle Cow is putting like makeup on Minnie, and for this I need beauty products. I am running so low on my beauty products because I was doing a no buy for beauty stuff, so I couldn't just go out and buy all the hair care products and nail products I wanted. I wanted to use through everything, and it took me like a full year, but I'm getting low, so I really need nail polish because I love having nail polish. I need like hair care products and skincare, but I really want them to like the trial stocking stuffer travel size, because I don't really know what I like and what works for me yet, so I want to see a bunch of those in my stocking this year. And yeah, there you go. A little more about me beyond Clarabelle Cow pins. I love gardening, I love beauty. The next prompt is Angel's Wings. Show a character with wings. This was also very difficult for me because I'm trying to not collect everything, but I have one. This is a trader, and I'm in the middle of almost trading this away, but for my non-Clarabelle Cow pin, and a character with wings is Fawn, who is one of Tinkerbell's friends. This is a Box Lunch Tinkerbell and Friends stained glass pin series, and I picked up one box, and I got Fawn, and I just thought it was fun. I used to watch like the Tinkerbell movies and the show as a kid. I don't really collect a lot of characters with wings, but out of the 500, almost 600 pins, I have one single one, and it's right here. It's Fawn. Now, for the Clarabelle side, I had to get a little creative because Clarabelle Cow does not have any wings, but one of her friends does. I chose a pin with Clara Cluck, who is a chicken, and chickens have wings. So, not fairy, not an angel, a chicken. I hope someone else chooses a chicken pin or some non-traditional wings. But there we go. There's Clara Cluck, another great character, and there's Clarabelle Cow. So, there are the wings. The next prompt is snow. Show us a snowy winterscape. Very difficult for me. The one that's not Clarabelle Cow pin, not super snowy, but it is a roof snowflake, and that is counting for me. So this is a Loungefly pin that I picked up from Box Lunch. It is the Winnie the Pooh friends in snowflakes. We have Roo. Yeah, this is all I have for snow for non-Clarabelle cow pins, but for the Clarabelle cow pins, we have more of that like wintry snow time pin. This is an old pin that features Clarabelle, Minnie, and Daisy, and they are out caroling, and there's snow up in the sky, there's snow on the ground, you have Santa's sleigh. This is more of like a wintry scene, and it's a beautiful pin that I'm very happy to have. Next prompt, it is Run Run Reindeer, share a moving element. These were kind of fun. I decided to pull from my attractions collection for this one, so up top I have this sliding element Haunted Mansion portrait, so you slide it on up, and you see the portrait that is found in the Haunted Mansion ride. Up next, from one of my favorite collections, is the Great Movie Ride collection, and we have this mini Mary Poppins pin, where Minnie moves up and down, just like she's Mary Poppins, and at the very bottom is a Spirit of Aloha pin, where you can move the fire element for Stitch. So I was very excited for this one, and I kind of wanted to show off a little more of my attractions collection, which is probably my next big collection after Clarabelle Cow, so just a couple of different moving elements. And then for the Clarabelle Cow side, there's a couple of hints, but I have two. So if we start at the one at the bottom, this is from Disneyland Paris in the Wheels Move. This was a whole connecting train set, and you connect everything together, and I didn't need everything because Clarabelle Cow was only on one pin. And then up top, this is one of my favorite pins that I feel like I don't talk about, but whenever I talk about my favorite pins, this comes up. It is from the 2004 Olympics, and it is Clarabelle Cow, Minnie, and Daisy Duck doing synchronized swimming, and in the back, the music notes move around. So, love these pins. I love a pin with a little moving element to them. They're always super fun and add a little extra something to the pin collection. The next prompt is Christmas Miracle. Share a pin you're grateful to have in your collection. So for my non-Clarabelle Cow pins, these also come from my attractions collection, but it's like a sub-collection within my attractions collection, and it's my Great Movie Ride pin collection. So if we start at the bottom with the piece of history, this was one of my first grails that I was able to get. It's a Great Movie Ride piece of history with the Wicked Witch inside of it. Love Great Movie Ride, love the Wicked Witch. And I will not be getting rid of my piece of history. There are so many other pins I would get rid of before getting rid of this one. Unless this was the one pin that like prevented me or like someone very close to me from like dying. I don't see myself getting rid of it, and for that I'm thankful. And then up top we have this Great Movie Ride where it was a part of like a box set that came out earlier this year, and I'm grateful because I was able to get this pin and once again be Great Movie Ride complete. I know I talk about being Clarabelle Cow complete all the time, but I'm actually complete for every Great Movie Ride pin. And when this box set came out, I was a little nervous because I wasn't expecting a Great Movie Ride pin to come out in 2025 because this ride closed such a long time ago, but I was able to snag it. It was at a horrible price, terrible price, but I had to say Great Movie Ride complete, and so I'm thankful that I was able to get this because I don't see these as often. So those are two that I'm grateful to have. And then for the Clarabelle pins, on the other side, I have two. Let's start with this one right here. This is from the Disney Employee Center. It is a Happy Birthday Mickey pin. I have been looking for this pin for such a long time. Any Clarabelle Cow pin I've been looking for the past like 6-7 years. I've been trying to be Clarabelle Cow complete, and this is the first time I've seen this one, and I was able to pick it up. And funny thing, I actually found this listing on my own birthday this year, so it was a happy birthday gift to me, a Happy Birthday Mickey, and there's Clarabelle Cow, and I am one step closer to being Clarabelle Cow pin complete. It's going to take me a couple more years, but we'll get there. And then another Clarabelle Cow pin I'm happy to have is the Clarabelle Cow 70th Anniversary Adorbs. I have been complaining quite a bit on my channel about how I'm upset that there are Clarabelle Cow Adorbs coming out because I'm just not a fan of the art style, and they're just very difficult to get. I feel like they're a very popular series right now, and they're difficult to get. And I don't like that. My Clarabelle Cow pins open edition, but I was able to trade for this one. So this is like my second Adorb ever. This is the first Clarabelle Cow pin I have. There's like 4 or 5 of them now, so I guess I'll just keep trying to trade for those, but I am grateful that I have at least one of the new Clarabelle Adorb releases in my possession. The next prompt is a naughty list who's getting cool this year, so I decided to pull a couple of my villains. So this is my little Ursula collection. I loved Little Mermaid as a kid, and I used to collect a lot more Ursula and a lot more villains, and those have all gone now, but these are kind of the some that have remained, with like the Vanessa PTD being another favorite. It would be very difficult for me to part with this one. But, like, Ursula does steal souls, and she is like a villain, and you know, taking people's voices, setting up like these tricky deals. Like, she's getting cool this year. Like, can we agree? Ursula, probably gonna get cool for Christmas this year. And then up next for my Clarabelle collection is another one where I had to find someone who's on a bunch of Clarabelle Cow pins who would get cool. And so here we go. I chose Stitch. He causes chaos everywhere he goes. I feel like he's getting cool this year. So yeah, come on, Stitch people. He's getting cool in his stocking this year. So there are some Clarabelle Cow and Stitch pins to represent Stitch getting cool this year. Next prompt is put up the tinsel. Show me your shiniest pins. This one was also difficult. I grabbed a bunch of my glitter pins, and I hope that this suffices for this. I have this Disneyland D. This is a fantasy pin, and this pin maker doesn't make pins anymore. We have a couple glitter pins from the Princess and the Frog Loungefly set. I have this Rue and Kanka fig pin down here at the bottom, and then a Disneyland 70th Anniversary pin. These are glittery and shiny, and I think that it works for the prompt. And then based off of that, for Clarabelle Cow, I also chose a couple of glittery pins, which was difficult because there's not a lot of glittery Clarabelle Cow pins. So I'm reusing the Christmas caroling one, and then this one up top is a part of like an old pin event box set with Clarabelle Cow. It's like an equestrian act, and we're gonna just say that these sparkly glittery pins are my shiniest in my collection. Up next, I had a little bit of a difficult time trying to come up with a pin for this prompt, but I ended up getting it in the end. The prompt is Kidnap the Santa Claus. We're not done with Halloween yet, so I'm showing off Halloween pins, which is something I don't have a lot of, so I had to put off filming this a lot later than I would like because I had to wait for my pin and pop haul to come in from Happy Haunts. And we have this Minnie Mouse ghost pin. So this is a Hot Topic or Box Lunch little Minnie Mouse pin that I traded for. And it's going back in my traders, but this is like the only non-Clarabelle Cow Halloween pin I have. I don't have a lot of holiday pins, which like isn't true. And you'll see that later on in the video. But this is like my only Halloween pin. I was about to pull out some Haunted Mansion pins because that's the only thing I have. But Minnie Mouse is a ghost, and with the witch hat, that's firmly Halloween. Now for the Clarabelle Cow ones, these are all Clarabelle Cow, and it's all her dressed up as one of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. So here we go. Every couple years, Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle Cow will dress up as the Sanderson sisters, and there'll be a lot of merchandise and pins around Halloween time and for like the Mickey's Halloween party and Oogie Boogie Bash. So that's what we have here. So this up top one, I think this one came out last year. Hocus Pocus, there's Clarabelle Cow. And then down here we have some for the Halloween half marathon from Disneyland last year, which again is our three girls dressed up as the Sanderson sisters. And then this one on the bottom is a fantasy pin. Again, Clarabelle Cow is a Sanderson sister. So I would love to see any other Halloween Clarabelle Cow pins, but I know in the parks she's mainly only available during Halloween time as part of the Sanderson sisters, so I'm okay with that one right there. But these are my Halloween Clarabelle Cow pins, and I think this is all of them. The next prompt is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Show us a pin you have for trade where they're holding out for something really good. And I'm going to do something different. I'm starting with Clarabelle Cow this time. It's the Disneyland Paris one. I'm not holding out for any particular reason other than the fact that I have 3 of these pins. This pin right here, yep, I have 3 of them. I was just so excited when there was an open edition Clarabelle Cow pin that I went to 3 different people to pick up from Paris, and all 3 got them because I don't think Clarabelle's like that big of a character sometimes. So I have 3 of these. 2 of them are up for trade. I'm not holding out for anything in particular. Like, I would love to do like a Paris for Paris and maybe get like a Winnie the Pooh or something for this, but I also haven't really put these up in my traders publicly, so that's the only reason why I have this. It's because I have multiples of them. The next one is kind of mean. It's not. I'm really hoping for something good for this pin that I'm about to show y'all. Y'all can kind of see. Ooh, Golden Series, who's that? Limited edition. This is the Maleficent is a Dragon Old Acme pin. This was a pin I got such a long time ago. And I used to collect villains, as I mentioned earlier, and I really like Maleficent as a Dragon, and just as the years have gone on, I no longer want to collect villains, so I've been holding on to this one. I don't want to keep it, but I don't have it as like a public trader a whole lot, just because, I don't know, I need something good for this. This is like an old, before Acme changed into whatever the current company is. It's a very large pin. I got this because I couldn't get profile pins, but I could get this at the time. It cost a lot of money, and it's only gone up in value, and I just, like, I have it, the backer card, proof of authenticity from Acme back in 2017. I'm willing to get rid of it, but it has to be the right trade, and I don't know what the right trade is at the moment. It's gonna have to be one of my like big Clarabelle or Tiana ones, not like the huge, like I don't know. I don't know how to properly value this pin because not a lot are for sale, but it's like older, and I wanted to go to a home of someone who's actually gonna like display it and love it in the way that it should, but I'm holding off for the perfect trade before I get rid of this one. And we're finally at the end. The last question is Toy Soldiers. What character do you have the most Christmas/holiday pins of? This was very easy for my non-Clarabelle Cow pins because, again, I don't really collect holiday pins. And I really only have one Christmas pin that's a keeper, and that's my Muppets Christmas Carol pin. This was a limited edition pin. It came out, I want to say, in 2019, and you have Kermit, Piggy, and Little Tim, and a little wreath, and the dangle says the Muppets Christmas Carol. There was a whole series that came with this, just different Muppet characters celebrating the anniversary of Muppets Christmas Carol, but I really only wanted this pin, and I was able to be at the parks when it released, and this was back before the craziness of pin park releases, so I was able to get this a couple days after it was available, and I'm very happy I have it. Still on the look at that, $17.99. That was too expensive back then, and we're never going to see $17.99 for a limited edition pin again. Anyways, this is the only pin I have that's Christmas that's staying in my collection. So, finally, of course, it's Clarabelle Cow. And I have a couple Christmas pins, because we do get a lot of Clarabelle Cow Christmas pins. So, if we start, we have some great ones right here. This one at the bottom is Clarabelle and Horace, and it was from 2 or 3 years ago. WDI, there was like a holiday series, and Clarabelle and Horace are on it, and Clarabelle looks beautiful in like her red and green ensemble. I also thought about using this one for the fun outfits, but I knew I was going to add it into here. We have just a general Christmas Jammies mystery box set Clarabelle Cow pin. This was the Mickey's Christmas Carol from last year. So there's Clarabelle and Horace. This was a part of the advent calendar this year. And then we have this Clarabelle Cow winter jacket. It came out at the same time as the one on the front, but here she is in like a beautiful jacket. Very long, very beautiful. She looks great. And then this one right here is a pin that I can't find any information on. It is a stamp pin. I don't think it was released by Disney, and I cannot find this on any pin database. I think there are other stamp series on Pin Picks, but I just can't find anything on the Clarabelle Cow. So right now I don't include her in my like official count, I count this as a fantasy pin. I think it would be closer to like a licensed pin, but if anyone knows anything about this series, I would love some information. And so my Christmas Clarabelle cow pins, and that is the end of my video. I hope you all had a great time. You got to learn a little bit more about me and my collection, and also some more information about Clarabelle cow pins. Remember that I am doing this with a bunch of other fantastic Disney creators, so make sure you go into the description of this video and check out some of their channels and watch and comment and like and subscribe and engage and have a great time. I hope you all are going to have a great holiday season. For Vlogmas, I will be doing stuff over on my YouTube Shorts. So that's where you're going to see me. I'm posting a Disney pin unboxing every single day through all of December, so it's beyond Vlogmas. It's 31 days of pin boxings. So you're going to have to check out my YouTube Shorts to see all of those and see some of the pins that I get, some of the sets that I'm trying to finish. So that is how I will be doing Vlogmas, but I'll also be doing a couple regular videos here and there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my YouTube Shorts or in another video. Bye-bye.